Yay. Hi, Sophia. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you
Good.
for inviting me.
Of course, you're welcome. So I'm excited to have our guest today. Do you pronounce it Sophia, or how do you pronounce it?
SoFeya.
Sophia, I love it. Okay, so welcome. So she's going to be sharing with us some of the mindset components of our group, and understanding more than just the physical and the behavioral. I guess it's kind of all, it rolls into one, but helping us more to understand how to break through any mental barriers that we have, mental blocks that we have in order to make long-term change. So I know that so many people just in my practice over the years really struggle with the idea of success. And today I want to ask Sophia some questions about success, what it means, how we can break through into it, how can we feel okay with it, how can we avoid, common reasons for self-sabotage, things like that. So I've noticed too over the years, I was telling her earlier that with programs, other programs like fitness and wellness programs, where they're just really, short term, they're wanting to help you get from point A to point B. And, out of desperation, we kind of jump in on these things and not really, um, don't consider the long term result, or don't really care if, a week later we're gaining the weight back. But to really learn how to address all aspects of your mind, body, and spirit and soul to change you as a person to gain success in the area that you want it to. But Sophia will explain to us a little bit more about how that works. So sometimes too, when we struggle to maintain consistency, I know that's something for a lot of us, is struggling to maintain consistency. It's one thing to get started with something, but to do it long term can sometimes feel really scary and overwhelming, and thinking, oh man, this is for life. How am I going to do this for the rest of my life? I really want it, but I don't know how to do it. And it's scary. And maybe even past experience that you might have had with changing behavior, whether it's a wellness program or any other thing that you might have gone for to change in your life, can feel overwhelming, especially if you have had failure in the past and are concerned about doing it again. But a lot of times those programs don't address the whole person. It just addresses the behavioral aspects, and maybe just, okay, follow this meal plan, follow this fitness program, and you'll get this. But it fails to actually address the whole person. So when I actually, the way I met Sophia was, I myself was really struggling, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I forget now, but in my business. And I was really feeling overwhelmed because I kept feel like I was spinning my wheels, and I was doing all the work and all the things that I was learning, and really wanting to help as many people as I could. But every time I would move forward, it's kind of like I was moving backwards and never really grew. I was just maintaining. So when I reached out, she really helped me to understand what my feeling was about success, what that meant to me. And for me at the time, that, like I said, that word just felt scary and overwhelming. It just felt like I can never achieve it. Maybe other negative thought patterns I had in my mind about success just kind of stuck with me from when I was younger and growing up. And I just felt scared and overwhelmed of the concept of success. Anyway, so later on, I was able to learn from her, and she educated me on understanding what the meaning of success actually is and how that works for me as an individual, but also in general as well. So after learning that, I really felt like this particular character quality can go and can transcend so many different types of issues or barriers or boundaries that we deal with in wanting success in life. So I wanted to start with this character quality today with Sophia, and really learn more about it and help you to break through to your next level, whatever that might be for you, whether it's maintaining consistency or just proving to yourself that you can do bigger things than you thought. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and ask her a few questions. She can give us some insight on exactly how this works. And hopefully we'll hear again from her soon. Maybe next week we'll have to talk, but we'll see. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'll look at my little questions here. All right. Well, welcome. Thank you again for joining us and coming and teaching us about all this amazing stuff.
You know
So,
how much I love helping and sharing and serving. And so this is such a gift and honor. Thank
aw,
you for inviting me.
yay, you're welcome. Okay, so I guess probably the first thing to start with is just asking you, what is success? What does success actually mean?
Well, before, since you sent me some questions, I acknowledge that, and I have my answer, but I decided, let me ask my husband about that. What the success means to you? And here's what he said. To him, he said, success means seeing, knowing, embodying, and creating whatever quality he is on at this moment.
Mhm,
And in our world, success is the quality of being,
mm,
and it's the quality of the soul, God. And it's multidimensional, and it really is everything, because without it, you wouldn't even be alive. So, in other words, if you're alive, if we have this, since we're having this conversation right now, this is already 100% success right
mm,
there.
mhm. That's really cool. So just being alive and living is,
Well, if you really truly think about this, if we take a moment and look around us at whatever your eyes land on, anything, uh, a notebook on the side, the computer is in front of you, your iPhone, the window, the tree, the sky. I mean, if it wasn't success,
mhm.
would it be here?
Oh, that's cool. That's true. Yes, somebody successfully created it or thought of it. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you kind of, so this is, it kind of allows us to expand our awareness to kind of like step out of the limitations that we create for ourselves by saying this is success and this is not.
Right. So it's more like an it is without judgment. Is that what you're saying?
So,
Can you hear me? Oh, so is it kind of like just something that is without judgment? It just is?
yes,
Okay.
yes, it's something, if it's created, if it's embodied, it's success. If it's not here, then well, it's not here, then it doesn't exist, and it's no success. So
Uh,
simple.
that's I know. I know. It's almost seems too simple. That's I'm like,
Well, actually something funny happened this morning
Uh-huh.
that my attention was directed to um to this. I don't want to say, not website, an article that
Okay.
I read online,
Mhm,
and it was about this person in England,
mhm.
and this person is 65 stones. Now, I didn't even know that stones is actually weight.
Right.
I wasn't aware of this word
Right.
as weight. So I'm like, what does that
Right.
mean? Like I saw the article and it said this person, whatever his name is, in England, and he is 65 stones. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, he's got 65 stones of what? Like I didn't get it.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I clicked the article, and here's this man, right? This massive mountain that he is naked because there is no clothes that he can wear.
Wow.
And he is like, he can't move. So he's got people coming in into his house
Oh my
feeding
gosh.
him.
Oh my gosh.
Because so I can say right now, I think like 65 stones is like close to 1,000 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
So think about this success. He is massively successful.
That's true. In his own right,
I
right?
mean, it takes massive success
Yeah.
to reach that level of life.
Uh-huh.
Now, it may not be what you call success,
Uh-huh.
but he took consistent action to manifest that.
Yeah, right. Right.
So you cannot say that it's not success because he manifested that.
Yeah. That's true. I know. And I was thinking too, I think you told me, or was listening to one of your audios or watching your videos about success. And it was how we are success, whatever we do. So for me, that really spoke to me, because it was like, oh, I can be successful if I, binge watch a TV show, or I can be successful if I get up in the morning at 6:30 and get my workout and meditation time in, or, but either way, I'm successful at that thing. So for me, it kind of took the judgment out of it, or the pressure out of it, and made it more like I get to decide what kind of success I want. Does that?
Well, I think the big thing that you asked me is, what is success? You didn't word your question as what is successful. So, and there is a big difference between successful and success.
Okay.
So in that way, successful, it's kind of like a definition, a definitive, I don't even know how to, it's not something permanent. It's not a noun. It's like it is or it isn't. This is successful, this is not successful. Now, success in this way, like when I speak about God is success, God is not successful. God is success. That's an identity.
Right.
So that's a whole different thing. This when you talk about things like people struggle with maintaining their habits and stuff, it's because they go into the state of this is successful, this is not successful. It's like today is sunny or rainy or whatever, but God is sun and it shines, whether the day is cloudy or not. That's kind of like impermanent state. So this successful, unsuccessful thing is impermanent, where success as identity is permanent. So, and then that immediately it changes, then I'm not afraid to lose it, because I mean, this is what I am. So there is nothing to lose.
Right.
So immediately, I mean, people struggle with overwhelm, fear of failure, fear of success, and stuff like that. But I mean, you have a name. How scared are you to wear your name every day?
True. Okay, that's a good distinction between successful and actual success. Success is just it is. It's just the.
It's just this. That's it.
It is. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So when it comes to success itself, what are some common misbeliefs that people might have about what it is?
So I would say the most common beliefs associated with limiting definition of success to favorable or desired outcome. Okay. So when we give a definition to success as favorable or desired outcome, it's immediately a limitation.
Got it.
So that gives a limitation to, well, any limitation is a belief, right? So and we also give success, we think of success as something or an attribute that you either have, don't have, can have, or achieve, which means that it is something that wasn't there before. So if I can achieve something, right, it wasn't there and now I can have it. So when we begin associating this meaning with something that we have, then it also comes with the meaning, well, what if I don't have? And so it starts creating all these beliefs around that. So that's the biggest, I would say, a common misconception about success is this have, don't have thing.
Okay. So when it comes to, for like our group specifically, the 21-day accountability fitness and nutrition challenge. So everybody has their own goal. And at the beginning of the group, everybody introduced themselves early on and everybody has their individual goal, which is great. But how would you, I guess I would say measure success, but it's success is, but how would you measure successful? Is that a thing? I mean, how does that?
Well, I don't measure successful. So
Okay.
I see it this way, kind of, that success, how to say this? So God is success, okay? I don't know how many, people believe in God, higher source, universe, however you want to call it, the source.
Yeah.
The source is success and nothing but success. And everything is made out of the source.
Okay.
And that means you are also part of the source. And we already established that the source is success. And only success exists because God can only be success and nothing else. God cannot be a failure. I mean, it's absolutely impossible. And if God cannot be a failure, that means you cannot be a failure either. So here we establish the fact that you as a child of God and God is success, you are success by default.
That's really cool.
So that's period.
Okay.
Now, you at the same time, you're not all God, right? So, and we are here as a soul and our purpose to grow. And so what that means is every single one of us is at a certain level of this success. So the success has ability to grow. And when we talk about ability to grow, it really is your awareness. So when we begin judging things, this is success and this is not, we'll start seeing that which is not true.
Right.
Okay. Right. So, and not only we're not seeing what's true, we're also not seeing the truth. So we're being able to become oblivious to it. And so if we're not seeing, we're judging something other than what it is, then we're not going to be taking actions we're going to take actions in accordance with that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, yeah. So if somebody says they want, their goal for the group is to, kind of get like a jump start back into their wellness lifestyle and to be able to maintain it long term. For them, is that they're successful for them, or maybe I'm not wording it.
First of all, we'll have to establish this baseline that everyone is success, which is I am success, and that's where you are right now. And obviously, people in this group are in this group because they want more. Because if they wanted to be where they are, they wouldn't be part of this group.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So everyone in the group wants to grow. So the key here is to come into acknowledgement that I am success right now. And I love doing the exercise like this. For example, like I ask people to say I want success and visualize what that means to you. And then visualize the gap. What is it that you don't have? What is it that you want more? And then from that space, we're going to shift into I am success. And that will feel much better, right? Because you're no longer feeling that there is something missing in your life.
Right.
But then the key here is that there isn't, if you will hear this level forever, would you be happy or do you want more? Of course, I want to be more. So this is why when we practice imagines as we do, our formula says I am success, I want, rather than I am success.
Got it.
So because this I want is allowing you to visualize a higher level than when you are right now.
Right.
So it's important to understand that who you are is actually two things in one. And what that means is that is expressed self, which is what we see. And then there is a core self within us, which is what we call a higher self. And now the higher self is, we cannot see it. That's our potential. But it is already within us. And that part that is already within us, but it's not yet expressed, is success I want to see.
Yes. Yeah.
But it hasn't embodied yet.
Right.
So in that place, if I make the connection with that and I see it and I acknowledge that I am success I want, is my higher self that already is. And my job is to just step into it and own it. And then gradually, I will begin living as that.
That's
So in that sense, every single person in the group lives in their name.
Okay.
Whatever their name is, right? Whatever, Anastasia, Jennifer, whatever the name.
Right.
So, and we live in that name our whole entire life. And that name contains your level of success embodied within it. And it stays the same through life for most people, unless you consciously know about it.
Right.
But if you don't know about it, then how can you raise it to a higher level?
Right. That's so true.
So, so your life, if you look around your life represents your level of success. It's like a feedback. It's like a feedback.
Right.
Okay. So you see some things you're happy about, some things you're not so happy about, etc. You eat a certain way, you move a certain way, you sit a certain way, you breathe a certain way, you walk a certain way, you turn your head a certain way. All of these things are embodied in this name that you carry. And that name represents success level 4.
Yeah.
If we're going to take God as 9 out of 9, then let's say you are 4 out of 9.
Right.
And so everything in your life is going to show you are 4 out of 9 success. Now, without changing that, let's say now you're going like you turn around and you see Susie, and Susie is so skinny and she's so fit and she looks gorgeous and I want to be like her. Susie, what are you doing? How did you get this way? And she says, you know what? I'm taking Cynthia's 21-day challenge and it's been amazing. And I got into this shape. And so you sign up for the challenge and now you're doing it.
Right.
But Susie, she is success level 5.
Yeah, right.
And this challenge works for her just perfectly great, just fits in right where she is.
Right.
But if you're success level 4 or 3, and you're trying to do the habit at level 5, guess what you're going to do? You're going to fall back to level 3.
Got it.
Or whatever, level 4.
Yeah. So
you cannot move from that level because it's by design, we're designed to live in alignment with who we are. And that's the law. And we cannot change that.
Okay.
So unless now you're here realizing I am success I want and I am level 4. And now if I shift from being, instead of being Jennifer, success level 3, I can now visualize level 4. And how would I move, walk, and talk as level 4? And you begin embodying level 4 success. And level 4 success, guess what? At that higher level, you will eat a little different, move a little different, sit a little different, show up a little different, communicate a little different. Everything's going to start changing as soon as you change your identification. And so in that, instead of living in your name, we teach people how to live in your quality.
Love it.
And not just in the quality, but the higher level quality than where you are right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so profound and powerful as far as just knowing that, just being aware of that's even an option, than just living your life every day. Yeah. So awesome. Okay. So
and you have been experiencing that yourself.
Oh yeah. And as you're talking about it, I was like, wow. And just thinking back of how, I don't really know what level I could say I'm at in success right now, but it's definitely changed. I mean, as far as my confidence is and allowing success, taking the success that I am and allowing it to grow and being aware of it, for me that's everything. Like just being aware that I am success and success is in me. I am the success I want, right? And then envisioning it and embodying it and seeing it happen and come, because it's a state of being. Yeah, it's a whole nother level of thinking and freedom and peace and confidence, and because it is, which is really cool. So
well, it begins is when you do that and you shift, it's like you shift a timeline. But you jump from one timeline to another timeline. You begin creating an entirely different reality.
Yeah, that's true. It's like my eyes are open to a different reality than they were before. Yeah. So this other one, why is success important? Why is success important, and how does it serve us?
Well, this is a trick question because everyone should answer that question for themselves.
Okay.
For me, success is one of the fundamental qualities, and it represents an outcome, the result, purpose, and it gives a certain feedback on the level of growth, whether we judge it as positive or negative. And both are valuable, as I rely on this feedback to grow in my soul.
Oh, okay.
So in that sense, you can say that if you take a mountain is success. But then if you take a shadow of the mountain, that is also success. But the shadow of the mountain has a completely different purpose than the mountain does.
Right.
And so within ourselves, we have that which is in light that we'd call this is success, that I call success. And then there's the shadow part that I don't like, that I don't call success. But this part is where my opportunity and my potential lies.
So how, this is kind of an aside question, but how do people determine what's success and not? I mean, I know, just from an everyday standpoint, because I know success is a state of being, but successful, how do they determine, like you just said, that the shadow for one person is success and then the mountain for another person is success? Is it something like we kind of grow up like with like people around us that are influential in our lives kind of shape beliefs, and we kind of as children kind of develop beliefs based on how they perceive the world? Or how does that even come about? How do we decide what's right and wrong, good and bad, or judge things for what they are? Is that a huge question?
Well, it's a great question, and the way you put it, and how do you decide this is good and bad?
Yeah, or
we
right or
look through the
wrong.
eyes of God.
Right.
How do you decide what's good and bad?
Yeah.
Does God sees things as good and bad, or is it a human condition?
That's a deep question. But I'm thinking because for example, I could tell my kids when they're little, oh, they say, oh, mommy, look, the grass is green. I'm like, oh, actually it's blue. And would they think the rest of their lives that the grass is blue because mom said it is? I guess I'm wondering how much of an influence.
Well, did you see how a lot of the times, I mean, this good and bad thing is the judgment, and the judgment doesn't come from the source. The judgment comes from you. And so if you judge something as good, someone else is going to judge it as bad.
Right.
So who is right? Neither, because it's neither true. It's neither good nor bad. It just is. The truth does not have good and bad quality to it.
That's true. Okay. Got it.
And each serves its purpose. So when we do, I mean, it's a big thing. So it's not, it's good to know. And the purpose of this interview and this conversation is to kind of shed light on it. It is not going to give you the transformation, because the transformation takes time and is a consistent practice. And we go through each quality every day that we observe, and we observe our own thoughts, and we see what the false belief is, because our beliefs is what shapes our reality. But I said beliefs shape our reality, does not mean that it's a reality.
It's our reality. Right?
Our
Individual.
reality and reality are two different things.
Oh, that's so true. But I know most of us don't think in that distinction, but that's true. Makes sense to me.
And going back to saying like success is favorable or desired outcome, I bet that a lot of people had experience of having a favorable, a desired outcome that turned out down the road not so favorable. And vice versa, something that happened that you judge that's really bad and negative that turned out to be really good and positive. So that alone shows our faulty judgments of how we call this is favorable and desirable.
Right.
And if I may, there is a quick Zen story how this farmer in Japan or whatever, China, he is farming and his horse ran away. And he is very poor. He doesn't have like any support to farm his fields. And so people come, his neighbors, they're like, oh my gosh, so sorry. That's a horrible thing happened to you. You lost your horse. How are you going to live with this? And the farmer said, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And like a couple of days later, this horse comes back with the friend, another horse. There's like a couple. Wow. So he's like, the neighbors are like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Now we've got two horses instead of one. And the farmer says, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And the next day his son goes out and he loves this new horse and he wants to mount it and ride it. Well, he falls off the horse, it's wild, and breaks a leg. And everyone is like, this is such a horrible thing that happened. So sorry, your son cannot help you anymore and he's got broken leg. But the next day, the war starts and the army comes to this village and they're recruiting men to war. Well, this boy cannot go to war because he's got the leg broken.
Darn.
So this is just our limiting definition and understanding of what success is and calling something favorable or desirable when we don't really have a clue what is favorable or desirable. So this is a whole trick of acceptance of this is what it is, and my job is how can I step to a higher level of this quality today? How can I grow in the higher level of success? And this is the trick here, the success I want. Because if everything is success, then you have to use your discernment. Which part of success do you actually want?
That's true. And that's what I was thinking of when we were talking about when people have create goals or do goal setting before they do something new, like whether it's a fitness program or start a new job or whatever, deciding what kind of success you want. So like, I guess if somebody has a goal for this program, it's to, like I said before, the success they want is to be able to use this program as a jump start to get them getting back into their regular fitness program and routine. So that would be success that they want, or I want for them, for themselves. Okay. So kind of going off of that, because in this program too, but in my other program, the online course, the online academy course, we talk about doing I am statements and declaring like the truth of who they are, but and the importance of being intentional about it and setting an intention to do the I am statements daily and things like that. When it comes to this saying the success I want, how would somebody implement that in their day-to-day life so they can, let's say they said, okay, for this program, the success I want is to be able to maintain my fitness at such and such level, for long term or whatever. Is there something that they could say, like an affirmation to achieve that or to grow into that? Or how would they do that practically speaking?
Well, I am success I want isn't just about fitness.
Okay.
It really applies to the whole being.
Okay.
So it will cover everything.
Okay.
And it could be because one person can be working out and another person can be working out, and you know that you can be working out half-ass.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yeah.
success you want? So
Right.
you're there, you push, you're there, you're lifting, you're running, you're doing it, but
Uh-huh.
you're only doing it half-ass.
Right.
So is that success? Is it just about showing up? That is not success.
Mm-hmm.
So success, I mean, it is success, but it's not success I want. It's not growing in success. So it's the key in everything, and the way the whole universe is designed for evolution
Mm-hmm.
of the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not designed for evolution of the body and be healthy in the body and just go and work out. We were not designed for working out.
Mm-hmm.
We were designed for growth. So working out is great, it's supporting your body physically, but within that, how can you grow your quality of success to a higher level?
Okay.
Can you push a little bit more? So you have to hold that intention in your mind.
Mm.
In everything that you do, can I do this? If this is my name is success I want. That's who I am. How would I say, like immediately just saying this,
Mm-hmm.
I immediately, I don't know if you could feel this, but immediately like, oh, I just noticed that I was sitting a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm.
But as success I want, I'm going to sit a little, I'm going to sit
That's
like
true.
this.
I know it's even for me, when I started practicing that at
Yeah,
the beginning, it's
I'm
like I
going
just,
to maybe lift my head up a little bit more. Maybe I'm
yeah,
going to be a little bit more present.
right.
So, I mean, how many people do go on a treadmill
Mm-hmm.
and they're completely gone elsewhere? They have like no presence whatsoever of being
Mm-hmm.
on a treadmill. So, what purpose does that serve? What
Right.
is that actually creating? You have no
Mm,
idea because your intention is not there.
right. It's just neutral, doing it to do it. And yeah, there's no,
So this process of stepping in into being success you want,
mm-hmm.
creating success you want, is actually rising the level of success to a higher level, meaning being intentional. And so
Mm-hmm.
you have to bring the intention into everything you do. So anything that you do without the intention, you don't really know what you're doing. So it's successfully happening. If
Right.
I'm going to put out like life as a factory and you're producing some products, okay? You're
Yeah.
producing a product
Mm-hmm.
and the product comes off the conveyor and you have 50% great product and 50% is,
Yeah. A
what do you
mess up.
call it?
Yeah.
It's messed up. You can't
That's,
sell it.
yeah.
You have to throw it away. Think
Uh-huh.
about this. As a factory, it takes the same amount of energy and
Mm-hmm.
resources to produce junk
Mm-hmm.
as to produce quality product.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we do in our lives, we like to go to the faulty product that we made and try to fix the faulty product.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we keep operating on the same half-ass production, and we keep on continue
Yeah.
producing 50% junk.
Mm-hmm.
So screw the 50% junk that you have produced.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it. Come into the present moment and identify, is your process of production
Mm-hmm.
intentional? Are you good? And so your I am success I want is, instead of producing 50% good, 50% junk, can I
Right.
produce 55% good, 45% junk? Can I produce 60% good, 40% junk? So do you see, that's the level of intentionality that is increasing.
Right. So, and as you were describing that, it reminded me, I was kind of looking at my notes here, and I was kind of looking at some of the things you were talking about. It lines up with this. So I was thinking too about our expectations. So we talked about this too before, but our expectations of ourselves. Um, how was I thinking about this? Is how much of our expectations of what we achieve line up with what we want? Oh yeah, compared to what others want. So because based on like society standards and of with social media influence and just media influence of how you're supposed to look, how you're as a woman look, act, be, feel, how good of a mother you are, how good of a spouse you are, how well you eat, all the things. Okay, how much of our expectations of what we achieve line up with what we want compared to what others want for us?
Well, the question, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great question.
Okay.
It's a great question. And the truth is, it really depends on one's awareness of one's desires and beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to understand what desire is and the purpose of the desire. Mm-hmm. And also it's important, like we're looking at compared to what others want for us. Mm-hmm. If you really sit on this question for a little bit, then you will see that no one wants anything for us.
Right.
They don't give a shit.
That's true.
So it's not that they want something for you or that they want something from you.
Right.
It's just a projection of what they want from them, for themselves and from themselves. And so if you're seeing that someone wants something from you, it's also a projection.
Okay.
It really is something that you want from yourself.
Okay.
But you're projecting it on others wanting it from you. And that makes it very simple, easy to blame them. But I do everything you want me to do.
Okay. Right. Because it's not about the other person, it's about the person.
Right. So, but there is some truth to that, why this happens. And the reason that happens, because again, we have two selves, our core self or our high self, our soul, our divine self within, and our expressed self. Okay. And the purpose of our life and everything around us is for our soul to grow. And our soul cannot grow without our consent. And so the desire, true desire, comes from the soul. And so our soul wants to grow in success. It wants to embody, because it's already a high level of success. And it wants us to embody it. But, so this is where that desire comes from. But since we're not connecting to the soul, we project that as if someone else wants that from us.
Oh, I see. Wow. That's a whole roundabout way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's from us and other people. It's just like that, like it's like a loop, like a feedback loop sometimes. Like
it is a feedback loop.
Yeah.
Yes. And the soul can only communicate with us through the outside world until we learn how to connect with it from the inside, on the inside.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
So in fact, all of the, so the way the soul communicates with us is really through, for example, events and other people. So a bad event happened. So the soul is letting us know, it's like a feedback, 50-50, you got some junk done here.
Right.
Now you cannot see it inside, but you can see it outside. So you will see it as some kind of a communication from your friend, from your partner, from your child, from the weather, from the traffic. I mean, all of this is communication of the source with us. But we cannot, it communicates through the inside, but we're not connected to it, so we're not seeing it.
Got it. Okay. So it's that connection that is foundational. Otherwise, we won't really see it. Is that right?
Well, this is the reason why the masters of the past, and like the Bible, for example, why they're saying like, treat the neighbor as yourself, because the masters know that the neighbor is you. It's your soul inside.
That's true. That's so true. I like that perspective.
So if you start seeing it that way, then all of a sudden all these teachings in the Bible and the saints and the masters that are teaching us,
Yeah.
that's why they're teaching us. But they understand that if we haven't connected to our soul yet, we will not understand that. So they're telling us this is how you have to treat others.
Right.
Because the others are actually the mirror of your own inner self.
That's good. That's so true. That's so true. I know. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So we're talking about how we can, I think I kind of asked you this a little bit before, but living it out daily, how to live out the success I want. I'm not sure if there's anything else you want to talk about that. Do you have anything else in mind that you'd want to share about giving anybody who's watching any tips on what they can do in a practical sense to live it out daily? Or start to learn how to do it?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a big question.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an easy question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy to do. It's very simple.
Yeah. Okay.
So the simple part of it is you just have to be intentional about everything.
Okay.
I mean, you have to be intentional about not only what you do and what you say, because what you do and say is already an expression of what happened. So it's already an effect. So a lot of people think that the actions that we take is actually a cause for things that happen.
Okay.
But the actions that we take is already an effect.
Oh,
it's an effect of the cause of how we see things.
Okay.
So the key here is to live success I want in daily life is that I have to change the way I see things. I have to learn to see everything through the eyes of success I want. So I have to step in and kind of assume godlike position and assume if I am God and I am success I want, how would I see the world? So this is the essence of seeing the world through the eyes of God. And when you learn to see the world through the eyes of God, then you begin acting in a different way, not as a human, not in a human way, but in a more divine way.
Yeah. So, and when I did that, I felt that way. It was kind of like, it was almost like I was looking in from the outside, looking in from the outside, or from like a higher level. Not that I was like better or than anybody else, but it was just from a different vantage point, like looking at things from a different vantage point. Maybe it's just more eyes more open. I'm not sure how to describe it, but just seeing more and being more aware.
So I would say, it's not it's a simple practice, but it's difficult because of our world. Our world is so full of distractions that it's really hard to keep any thoughts in our mind. I mean, you can see how unfocused people are here today. And I'm actually practicing right now a quality of attention. So I'm attention I desire. And so in order for me to create things that I want to create, I have to put my attention into it. And I could see the same way as with success. Attention is absolutely everything and in everything. And so that I was calling not paying attention is actually paying attention to things that I don't want to pay attention to.
That's true, just in a different way.
Right. And then you can start seeing like, no, I don't need more attention. Just like you don't need more success. You just need to become aware of what you have around you. Because as soon as you become aware of what's around you, you're going to start taking advantage of that. So you don't need more things to come. Everything you need is already in front of you, right there.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. It's the seeing it, what's around me. That's what it was when I started practicing this. It was just like,
right there. You take advantage of it right there immediately.
because it lines up.
With attention was
Mm-hmm.
just saying that it wasn't about having more attention. It was about becoming more masterful in directing my attention.
Got it. Got it.
So that was like a little bit of a different twist.
Yeah.
But being everything is like sparkling here, lights over here, TV goes out here, someone calls you, there is traffic, this and that. So it's very hard to stay present and focused and intentional. So this is why I've created emotions also, why they're connected with drinking with water.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you lose it, I lose it. And every time I grab that water, it's like, remember. And I also have I created little stickers. I stickers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you can. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Actually, can you share with everybody? So how I started practicing this with SoFeya was she sent me, well, it's up to you how you want to do it, but this is how she did it for me. She sent me a little sample success card and whatever quality.
And everyone can have that, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So she sent me a little coaster size little card. It's not here right now, but anyway, and then she emailed it to me and I printed it out and I stuck it inside like a little plastic piece. And then I put my glass, not this one, but I have this one now. This is from her, but just my own little glass water bottle or cup on it. And she calls it to charge it with the character quality. And then I was just utilizing that just to practice, just to be intentional daily, to practice the success, actually moment by moment, the success that I want. And for me, it was a nice mental image and reminder of, oh yeah, that's right, I'm doing this today. And in the morning, waking up in the morning and meditating on that or thinking more about it, journaling about success, or even finding scriptures about success for me in my life. And I was doing that thing for about a week. And it was crazy how much things started changing. And I started opening up to understanding the reality of what success is, but then also how it is for me in my life, in that season of my life. Like I could probably do that. That was weeks ago, but if I did it again, like next week, it would be a different level, new level of how I see success, because I've now taken it to the next level. So yeah, so if you guys want, I know even in the Well Within Lifestyle Academy, I really encourage everybody to do their affirmations and everything, but being able to she has little stickers too that you could, with different character qualities on them, you can stick on your water or your lotions or your makeup. Oh, you got it right there. There it is. Yeah, your lotions or things that you put on yourself, or just things that you see, or your phone or whatever, as a constant reminder of who you are, or whatever it is it happens to be.
Well, I have to say, like, speaking of food, I put my stickers on containers, like sugar container, or, well, especially sugar container. I put respect on my sugar, or not even sugar. My husband, he makes me candied nuts that I love. So on that little container, it says respect. So when that's the first thing I see.
Okay.
And it immediately reminds me, I am respect, I desire. And it's like, respect. You can have one too, but it doesn't mean you can just hit the whole thing.
Right, exactly, right. The respect that you desire for you.
Yes. Yeah. You can, I mean, it reminds me, or I put like presents, or like I put I stickers on with different qualities on different things to remind me and be mindful of how I'm approaching that particular food, for example. And it's so helpful. I mean, you cannot, in the beginning, I found that I didn't even want to have this nuts. Like I would just, how you work and you get up like zombie and you're just in front of a refrigerator. You don't even know how you made it there. And then like your hand is just automatically reaches for something. And then it's like a sign, respect. I'm like, what am I doing here? I don't actually want that. Actually, what I really want is this. Turn around, you go and do something else.
Yeah, which is what I teach is mindful eating and intuitive eating. Actually, that's mindful eating, and compared to mindless eating, we're just not even like aware or awake to it. But that actually coincides with that, because it brings your awareness to it and makes you, tunes you into being more mindful.
Well, this right here is showing this success. I mean, I am success. I want, and I did not I didn't respond to my impulse. I became intentional about it. And then you also pronouncing the actual, it's not an affirmation. I imagine it's not affirmations because affirmation is not allowing you to grow. Affirmation is just affirming to where you are. It does not actually address the level that I want to grow to a high level, speaking to my purpose of the soul. It's not that the soul is. We are here to grow our soul, not just to have the soul. We have the soul regardless. So we're here to grow in oneness with it and grow it. So that's why I imagine it is designed in this way. And training yourself to just say it out loud before you drink that water, just say it out loud. Before you grab that little piece of food, just say the whole statement out loud. And after you're saying it, go ahead and eat whatever you want, do exactly what you want. But the trick here is that there's something inside of you that just doesn't want to do that anymore. And so this is where the difference between like changing a habit, why people self-sabotaging themselves and the habits that don't stick to these that they stick. You're not forcing yourself to change anything. It just happens organically. It's just like that thing that you wanted, well, you just don't want it anymore.
Right. There's not the fight or the confusion or the the back and forth in your mind. Yeah. So this is so cool. So so now that we know all this, so what can they do if you guys want to experiment with this and try it? SoFeya said she'll send you or send me, and I can send you however she wants to do it, a little card. Is it just the Success one, or do you have other sample ones?
Okay, so I have the Success one. It's part of the VIP club. So I'll give you the link. You can give the link to people. They can just go click on that link. They put the email in and name. And they're going to receive in the email the videos. You watch those videos. So there's a meditation that goes with it.
Oh, perfect.
So for the Success meditation, and then they can print out the Success I mentioned, and they can start charging water. And I'm now adding on the prayer.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So the prayer goes with it, and we can do the prayer at the end too. It's so cool. That prayer is powerful. Now, if people want a different quality, and I know there are other qualities besides Success, because maybe some people feel like, I'm good with Success, I don't actually need that.
Right.
Or they feel like, it's not really Success that gets in my way, like that's something else. So it could be, maybe there is lack of trust.
Oh yeah, so maybe
it's not the Success at all. Maybe it's trust, or maybe you feel like there is lack of support or something. So there's different qualities. So I just made kind of like a tryout emojis for people that they can print at home. And that would be either Success, trust, courage, or passion. So I have 4. Success, so they have to choose which one they feel would support them the most right now.
Okay, so what were those ones again? You said courage, trust.
Success, trust, courage, or passion.
Or passion, okay.
Yeah. Now, on these other, Success has the video.
Right.
The other ones don't have the video, but they just get that quality, trust, courage, or passion, and the meditation.
Okay. Oh.
And there is a print, there is like a little instructions what to do, but it doesn't have the meditation.
Okay.
Now, if they go to the VIP club, they can get the video meditation of Success.
Okay.
They can watch that video on other qualities and just change Success for the different qualities. So at the same time, just change the, like I'm going to be saying visualize Success, you're just going visualize trust. So just change the quality.
Got it.
The beauty of the process is exactly the same. So once you know the process, it's the same process over and over and over again. So you do not have to learn a new process.
Okay.
But because you're changing qualities all the time, you're growing and it feels new. So which is really amazing, that you don't need to learn new. And yet you're doing new all the time by doing
Oh yeah, it's totally different. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's nice with that. Having the consistency is helpful too. Just, you know, to be familiar with it each time you do it.
Because for some people, maybe they have that fear that they want to address, and then the courage would really support them. So it may be not success at all that holds them back.
Okay.
It may be like if I stepped and had more courage, I would address those fears more.
That's true. Okay.
Or maybe I don't have trust in myself, or I don't have trust the world. Like some people gain weight because they feel like they need the protection. They have to protect themselves. They don't trust that the world is going to accept them. And they need to expand on trust.
That's true. Okay.
So this is something to consider, but everyone can just kind of step into their soul and ask the question, what do I really want? Like, what do you want to see more right now? Or what do you want to feel more right now? Like, and what's missing? Choose that quality out of these four. And of course, if you want more, and then we have other bigger.
Yeah, bigger. I know. I know. Yeah. No, it's so great. I mean, even just when I finished up the first blueprint of all the qualities I was looking for, and I finished up with is it light? What is it called? It's the top one. Is it light or radiance? Oh, radiance. There it is, radiance. Yeah, I was working on last week, radiance. And that helped me so much. Every time I would kind of question myself or feel insecure about something, and I'm like, wait a second, I am, but what's the rest of it? I'm radiance that
I look up to.
I look up to.
I look up to.
I'm the radiance I look up to. And every time I would feel insecure about something, I'm like, wait a second, I am the radiance I look up to. This is who I am. And as soon as I realized that I'm radiance, and then other things that have been prayed over me lined up with that, I was like, oh yeah, wait, what am I talking? Or why am I thinking this way? Because that's not who I am. So it was super helpful and just so encouraging to have that. So, okay. So yeah, so did you want to?
It takes away that pressure that you have to show up and do something like as the ego. Then you're like, okay, high self, you go show up and do things for me.
It was more fun. It was much more fun and enjoyable, and what's the word? It just confidence. Just everything about it was so much easier. So, did you want to finish with the prayer? Is that what you were talking about?
We could do the prayer. I wanted to go quickly, like if we keep that success, for example, quality that we can say before we even go in there. You can say, I am with the quality that you're on. I am attention, I desire, and you. Where are you right now?
Oh, right now I'm I always call it abundant health, but it's not. It's it's not radiant health. It's like light with health. What was it? Vibrant. Vibrant. Yeah, vibrant health.
Vibrant health.
When I think about that word vibrant, it means, for me, I picture like light, like, or large, or in something like that. So yeah, I'm doing vibrant health right now for me and my daughter, and I'm on just the second day of doing it. But yeah, I'm excited about what's to come.
So so for you, it would be I'm vibrant health I want.
So
I'm vibrant health. And I'm going to go into, so we'll have different chambers here. So we'll go into I am vibrant health I want to embody. Just say
that. I am vibrant health that I want to embody.
I am attention I desire to embody. And then people can say, I am success I want to embody. And as you do that, like I like to hold my bottle next to my heart. And then I would ask myself, who am I really? And notice how this quality that you are made of is part of everything around you. So if you notice how everything is made out of this quality and how it's expressed in many different ways. So it's different. So it's not just one way. Like vibrant health is not just expressed as one way or that way, because for everyone it's expressed in a different way. But it's in everything, because without it, it couldn't exist.
Right.
And so once you recognize that, then you can say, vibrant health I desire.
Vibrant health I desire.
Is wearing my body.
Oh, are you asking me?
No, just say that. Oh. Vibrant health I want. You don't want. I'm on desire. Vibrant health I want.
Vibrant health I want.
Is wearing my body.
Is wearing my body.
Is wearing my body.
Okay, wearing my body.
And you can kind of like just sit there for a moment and visualize that.
Yeah.
Now say, vibrant health I want.
Vibrant health I want.
Is thinking my thoughts.
Is thinking my thoughts.
Vibrant health I want.
Vibrant health I want.
Is feeling my emotions.
Is feeling my emotions.
It gives voice to my words.
It gives voice to my words.
It is my words.
It is my words.
It drinks and imbibes my water.
It drinks and imbibes my water.
And when you recognize that you are vibrant health you want, drink your water and affirm it. I own it.
Yeah, drink it. I'll drink to that. Cool.
You see how this process like put you into that soul self rather than being the body. And so it's coming into that recognition throughout the day as you're doing other things. Then you start seeing how those qualities begins doing things for you, not as your old self was doing it, but as this quality. And that's when the magic begins happening.
It just comes from the inside, like in everything, my thoughts, my words, actions. Yeah, all those things.
So the prayer that I will send to people would be like, again, you charge your water, you take your water, and you can just say, you can repeat this with me. Let vibrant health I desire.
Let vibrant health I desire.
To see, know, embody, and create.
To see, know, embody, and create.
Inspire my eyes.
Inspire my eyes.
To recognize vibrant health I desire to see.
To recognize vibrant health I desire to see.
My heart to feel vibrant health I desire to know.
My heart to
feel
the vibrant health I desire to know.
My mind to own vibrant health I desire to embody.
My mind to own the vibrant health
I want to embody.
I want to embody.
My body to express vibrant health I want to create.
Ooh, do that one again.
My body. Express.
Express.
Vibrant health.
Vibrant health.
I want to create.
I want to create.
Do you see how your body is actually doing things now? As vibrant health. And let vibrant health I want to see, know, embody, and create. And let vibrant
health I want to
see, know, embody, and create. Light my way.
Light my way.
From beliefs to truth.
From beliefs to truth.
From illusion to illumination.
From illusion to elimination.
From seeker to master.
From seeker to master.
From unseen to manifested in life.
To unseen to manifested in light.
Through my body and mind.
Through my body and mind.
Today and beyond.
Today and beyond.
Keeping in mind my unique destiny.
Keeping in mind my unique destiny.
And unique role in the master plan.
And unique role in the master plan.
and only that,
and only that,
which is for my highest good,
which is for my highest good,
and the highest good of all concerned.
and the highest good of all concerned.
You can say, as desired, so shall be. Amen.
Oh yeah, it shall be. So what is it about the water specifically, just so they can understand, that has a role?
Wow, the water is magic.
I remember learning recently more about how water is life. And even biblically speaking, I was watching some historical shows about Israel and how they saw water as life. And, the Bible talks about water as life and empowering. And there's so much to it, but
well, water is life. That water. Well, one of the things, like on the surface level, there was this Japanese researcher who did like photography with water.
Oh yeah,
So you could see the videos on YouTube. What happens to water when you actually charge the water on these qualities, and actually, he was able to photograph the ice molecules, how they change. The water changes its molecular structure from like an ugly structure to like this beautiful structure. And even though we didn't have the photography like thousands of years ago, think about this church holy water, right? So, and in the Bible, it's constantly mentioned. And is in fact one of the prayer that I have made, and one of the reasons we say certain things. For example, as I drink this water, I'm being born into the quality I want to see, know, embody, and create. The reason that phrase I have that, it actually comes from John 3:5 from the Bible, that says, unless a man be born of water and the Spirit, he cannot come into the kingdom of the Holy One. And each quality that we charge, water with, is the holy word, is the name, it's the divine quality.
Right.
So it really goes back to, first was the word, and the word became flesh, right?
Yeah.
And so this is the word.
Yeah.
And as you're drinking it and you're stepping in and embodying it, it becomes flesh.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's beautiful, like of course, it's very poetic and beautiful to talk about it. But when you practice it, you freaking embody it. You
I know.
feel it.
You can feel it going into your body. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And the water does two things. It cleanses and it grows.
Yep.
So if you think about what the water does, we cleanse, and then if you water the seeds grow.
Yeah. Right.
And so these qualities are like the seeds that we plant within our consciousness, and as we drink this water, we're allowing them to grow.
That's neat.
It's absolutely, I know I'm start going into excited mode. Because when I talk about this, it's like I can't stop. I put this together. I mean, through my mind and this body, this program came through.
Yeah.
But I'm not the creator of it. I have received it, and it's absolutely magical.
That's exciting. Yeah. So maybe what we'll do is next time we talk, we'll have to talk a little bit more about the details of how it works. Or if people have questions, they can reach out to me, and then I can send them your way or whatever about how it works and everything. So, all right. I think that's everything, right? I think we're good. But yeah, if anybody has more questions for me or for SoFeya, just let me know in the in our comments in this page, or if you're getting this via email, you can reply to this email and ask more questions, or we'll send you some links for some resources also, probably within the script of the either email or group that you're in watching this. So, or even if maybe on YouTube, maybe we have this on YouTube as well. If we have it there, then you can also see it in the notes for this recording. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead.
I have on YouTube. I just put recently a little video, kind of like an interview too. I called it conversations with SoFeya, because I had another conversation and people were asking questions. So there is some other things there too.
Okay. Okay.
If they want to understand this process a little bit more.
Okay. And then do you have a website they can go to just so they're curious and they want to, after they watch the video, they want to go see more about it?
And I'm going to have a class on August 5th.
Okay. August 5th. Okay.
On August 5th, and people sign up for that class. Kind of an introduction, so go deeper into understanding how these principles work.
Okay.
And people that register for it, they get ice tickets, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And the class is $18. Ice tickets that they get are $24. So if they were buying ice tickets, they would pay $24 for them.
Cool.
But with the class, it's only 18.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. So maybe we'll have to get that information too. Yeah. So okay. And then do you have a name for your website or anything that they can look up or go on to?
My website?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complicated, right? I mentioned live.com.
Okay. And I can type it out for everybody.
You can type that. It's not that complicated. It's instead of imagine with E, is I imagined with T.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to put
minus the E, but with the T. Yeah.
Yeah. And you put www before that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll type it up. So
and there is information about water there.
Oh, okay.
So there is some educational stuff that they can read also.
Okay.
On that website.
Sounds good. Okay. So hold tight and we'll continue. But anyway, thanks everybody. And let us know if you have any questions, and you can reach out to me or SoFeya and let us know if you need anything. Okay. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Hang on one sec. Let's see.